Hello, welcome to the Colorado Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. I have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started as you make your way into the room and get settled. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. And if it's specific to one institution, please note that in your question so the right person answers you. Your cameras and microphones are all off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So the good news is you don't have to worry about what you look like. Just get comfortable, relax, and just concentrate on all the great information from our presenters this evening. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to sign up for additional ones at the same website that you signed up for this one. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week. Again, the same website where you registered. I'm going to share the order of our presentations tonight. Once I get to the right slide, we are in section C6, as you can see here. This is the order of the institutions presenting in this session. So I've gotten the administrative stuff out of the way, so now I will get out of the way and turn it over to the Cornish College of the Arts.
Let me get this screen up. All right, can everyone see that okay? Awesome. Hi, everyone. My name is Albert Rubio, and I'm an admissions counselor at Cornish College of the Arts. Cornish is a four-year visual and performing arts college located in Seattle, Washington. We're over 100 years old, and we are one of the only arts colleges in the country where visual and performing artists study together. Our founder, Nellie Cornish, and the many teaching artists who followed her believed in education through exposure to all the arts. And our mission is to provide students aspiring to become practicing artists with an educational program of the highest possible quality in an environment that nurtures creativity and intellectual curiosity while preparing them to contribute to society as artists, citizens, and innovators. Cornish realizes this mission by offering baccalaureate studies in the performing and visual arts, and by serving as a focal point in the community for public presentation, artistic criticism, participation, and discussion of the arts. Our art-centered degrees are designed to build the skills that artists need. We educate our artists to build skills in critical thinking, creative problem solving, collaboration, and the generation of new work. Our students focus on traditional, interdisciplinary, and experimental art forms. And our faculty are working artists and committed mentors, maintaining thriving careers in their respective fields, which provides them with the knowledge and skill necessary to train artists of the 21st century. Our community is also dedicated to small classes, mentorship, and personalized instruction. With an average class size of 13 and a faculty to student ratio of 1:7, artists studying at Cornish get the individualized and personal instruction that they need. Our urban campus is also immersed within the arts and culture of Seattle, one of the world's epicenters for the visual and performing arts, making it an ideal city to pursue your artistic education. Seattle is one of the largest art scenes in the US, housing some of the country's best live music, theater, and dance companies, a popular music scene that has garnered national and international attention, about 20 live theater venues, and Pioneer Square is one of the country's most prominent art gallery districts. Seattle is also home to the Fifth Avenue Theater, Seattle International Film Festival, Seattle Art Museum, and the Upstream and Bumbershoot Music Festivals, to name a few. Essentially, Seattle is a thriving professional community for practicing artists, and Cornish has been at the forefront of the Seattle creative scene for more than 100 years. Our urban campus is located in Seattle's South Lake Union District and is surrounded by creative agencies, architecture and design firms, many nonprofits, and is within walking distance from prominent creative spaces for art and culture. You'll find Cornish alumni, faculty, and students making bold, innovative work all over town. Our students also have access to a wide variety of creative and performance spaces that are available for use by all majors, regardless of discipline. Visual artists make art in individual and shared studios, materials labs, editing and recording suites, and more. And our performance artists rehearse, perform, and learn in a wide array of practice spaces, black box studios, historic concert halls, and the iconic Cornish Playhouse, located in Seattle Center, which is a complex that houses many large-scale arts and performance venues. Currently, we train students from 38 states and 18 countries, and many of them choose to live in the Cornish Commons, which is our state-of-the-art 20-story residence hall built with artists in mind. The Commons features plenty of space and special amenities like private baths, movement studios, practice rooms, and an art studio. The 20th floor is also reserved just for residents, boasting amazing views in all directions. The Cornish Commons allows residents to live, create, and perform, all without ever stepping outside. At Cornish, we offer a Bachelor of Fine Arts degrees in art, design, animation, game arts, illustration, interaction design, interior architecture, environmental graphics, object design, film, dance, technical theater, musical theater, and a degree in acting and original works. And for music, we offer a Bachelor of Music. And for our transfer students applying with an associate's degree or equivalent, we offer a Bachelor of Arts option in art, dance, music, theater, technical theater, and film. Last year, Cornish became the first arts college in the country to lower its tuition by 20%. We award over $6 million in scholarships each year to 95% of our students, with all of our admitted students being automatically considered for merit scholarships that are guaranteed for 4 years. If you're interested in applying, you can head over to apply.cornish.edu/apply, or you can use the Common App. And priority consideration is given to students who apply for admission and financial aid by our early action deadline of December 1. And all those applying for scholarship consideration should apply by February 15th. After the February 15th deadline, applications will still be considered on a space available basis, and we also can't guarantee scholarship after that date. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope that if any artists are here, that you'll consider applying to Cornish College of the Arts this year.
Thank you very much. I will remind everyone attending that if you have questions, go ahead and use the Q&A button to ask those questions of any of our presenters. Again, if it's specific for one institution, please name that in your question. Up next, Eastern Washington University.
Hey everybody, I was just getting my screen all set up. Hopefully you can see that okay. Can you see that okay? I hope so. All right, so I am Jennifer and I'm from Eastern Washington University. And what you're looking at here is our online lookbook. And if you want to take a look at this on your own time, just copy down this link here in the URL bar, and you'll be able to kind of follow as I go along, or like I said, you can follow in your own time. To give you kind of a quick overview about Eastern, Eastern is located in Cheney, Washington, and that's just outside of the state's second largest city of Spokane. And yes, we do have direct flights to and from Denver, just saying. We're a medium-sized university with about 12,000 total students and about 2,000 total squirrels. Our campus stretches out over 300 acres, and it's a lot like a garden or kind of like a park. We also have a campus in Spokane, which I'll talk about a little bit later. Something that really sets Eastern apart is our commitment to seeing students succeed while they're on campus. So you're going to see that with both your professors and your administrators. They really want to see you succeed both in the classroom and outside of the classroom. The thing that I tend to hear, over and over from our students is that they really feel like Eastern was a second home for them, and the environment really allowed them to thrive during their time here. So just moving on to some of our programs, I wanted to highlight just a couple of our unique programs. We have a forensic science major that's pretty cool. We actually have the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab right on our campus. So any crime that's committed in their jurisdiction, the forensics for that gets sent to the Washington State Patrol Crime Lab. And so our students have the opportunity really to work on real forensics and real crimes, and that's kind of giving them a leg up when it comes to the job market. We also offer a data analytics degree in collaboration with Microsoft. So the way that that works is your final year in the program is spent utilizing Microsoft coursework. And then when you graduate, you don't only get a degree from Eastern, you'll also have a certificate from Microsoft. So again, kind of giving you some edge when you move on to get a job. You can see here our top 5 majors at Eastern, but we do offer over 130 programs for you to explore. So really depending on what you're interested in, there's likely going to be something for you. In addition to academics, our community is really safe, welcoming place to be, whether you're at Cheney or you're on campus or you're just walking around Cheney, you're gonna feel like you're a big family. So whether it's, sports you're interested in, sororities and fraternities, or something else, there's really gonna be plenty of ways for you to meet friends who are into the same things as you. We have an award-winning recreation center, which includes an ice rink, as well as a climbing wall. We have a brand new student union building. In addition to that, we also have a diversity and inclusion center, as well as a multicultural center, pride center, disability support services. So kind of no matter where you're at, we're gonna meet you there. Like I mentioned before, Eastern is really ideally located. It's rural and it's urban at the same time. So one cool thing that I really love about the area is really that balance. So say for example, the same time it's gonna take you to drive or take a bus ride down to your local or favorite hiking spot is gonna be the same amount of time it takes you to get to your favorite coffee shop. So it's really the best of both worlds. I mentioned it before, but here it is. We actually have a brand new Spokane campus and we're really excited about this. This is our brand new state-of-the-art Catalyst building. And it's in sort of an ultra modern area of the town called the University District. And this building is pretty cool because its energy, net energy footprint is 0. So it makes it one of the most sustainable buildings in the whole country. And it houses several of our top programs, including business, computer science, and engineering. And so we're really looking forward to what this building will provide for our community. So now that you know a little bit more about sort of like the campus and the community that we offer, I wanted to talk about cost because I know that of course is going to be important to you. So for instance, in-state students, Eastern really is the most affordable school of Washington public universities. So this also carries over to you as out-of-state students. In particular for you being from Colorado, we do offer what's called the WUI, and WUI is a scholarship that is awarded automatically. So it's kind of nice because there's not really any additional application you need to submit or essay you need to write. Once you get the full scholarship, it's almost $15,000. So it brings your tuition down to almost the same cost as what our in-state students are paying. So it's a fantastic scholarship to get. Just a heads up for this, our priority deadline, if you're looking to obtain a scholarship like this, is February 1, and that's the same thing for our application. And finally, if you really want to know more about us, in the lookbook, just click 7. You can see here that you can apply from this page, you can take a virtual tour from this page, or just learn more. So that's it for me. I hope to see you next fall. Thank you so much for your time, and go Eats.
Thank you very much. Want to remind again the attendees to ask questions anytime you'd like. Just use the Q&A button, and our representatives will be able to answer the questions as you put them in there throughout this presentation, or this session rather. Up next now, representatives from Gonzaga University.
Thank you, Russ. Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Lyons. I'm an admission counselor at Gonzaga. I work with students from the state of Colorado. I'm here with my colleague today, Zusel Aguilar. She's going to monitor the Q&A for any questions you want to sit in. Zusel, does my tech look okay?
I'll answer for her. It does.
Awesome. Thank you. Gonzaga is a private liberal arts Catholic university in the Jesuit tradition. Jesuit education is world-renowned for providing holistic development, mind, body, and spirit. And at Gonzaga, that's what we focus on, the care of the whole person. Gonzaga University is a top 20% nationally ranked university that educates many students from many different backgrounds for lives of leadership and service for the common good. Colorado is our 4th largest state for enrollment, with about 55 to 65 students enrolling annually. So we are located in Spokane, Washington, which is about a 10 to 15-minute walk from downtown Spokane and a 12-minute drive from Spokane International Airport. You can generally fly from Denver to Spokane in about 2.5 hours. Spokane is the 2nd largest city in Washington state. We have similar weather to what you'll experience in Colorado with all 4 seasons. We are located within an hour of the 2 largest state parks in Washington, as well as 5 ski areas within 90 miles. The proximity is great for internships, attending concerts, hiking, rafting, skiing, coffee houses, restaurants, and more. So we are a medium-sized university with just over 5,300 undergraduate students who hail from almost 50 states and about 40 countries. We have 24 different faiths represented within our student body, and a little under half of our students identify as Catholic. We offer over 75 academic programs within 5 colleges: the College of Arts and Sciences, School of Business Administration, School of Education, School of Engineering and Applied Science, and the School of Nursing and Human Physiology. There's an emphasis on interdisciplinary and hands-on experiences such as internships, research, and fieldwork. With an average class size of 22, a student-faculty to ratio of 11:1, and faculty teaching courses and labs, we are able to offer personal attention and advising. In fact, we are ranked in the top 5% nationally for best undergraduate teaching. We have happy students with a 94% continuing after their first year, and successful graduates with the class of 2019 saying that 94% of them are working in graduate school or doing full-time service within 6 months after graduation. 83% of our students come from over 200 miles away, and while Gonzaga offers great academic challenges, we do that with a lot of support and opportunities for students to grow and share their gifts outside of the classroom. We offer 130 clubs and organizations, strong residence hall communities where our 1st and 2nd year students live, and a few juniors and seniors as well. Speakers, dances, cultural festivals, and events on campus, service and community engagement options, very active intramural club and Division I athletics, which are free for all students to attend, many optional retreats and spiritual growth events, and there are so many more leadership opportunities available for our students on campus. Within these opportunities, we provide excellent resources for students through many offices, too numerous to mention in this presentation, but I'll highlight just a few, as our Center for Student Academic Success will provide tutoring in over 20 different subjects, an academic advisor for your first semester, and we'll work with you on any learning differences that you may need accommodations for. Our Unity Multicultural Education Center and LGBTQ+ Resource Center are both great resources and a home away from home for these students in communities, as well as excellent places where students can share their leadership gifts. There are many more resources, including our Health and Counseling Center, staffed with doctors, nurses, and case managers. Our ZEGs have a network of professionals engaged in their growth and care. We use the Common Application for admission and to determine merit scholarships. Our application deadline is December 1st, regular decision. Students interested in nursing and engineering have to list that interest in their application to be admitted into that major. So again, nursing and engineering are direct entry for our students. We are test optional for admission to all majors, the honors program, and scholarships for the class of 2021. So you may choose whether or not you want to submit an SAT or ACT score. Our middle 50% of students admitted had between a 3.5 and 3.9 unweighted GPA, and we do consider curriculum along with other holistic factors such as writing, extracurricular activities, and character. December 1st is the priority award deadline for the FAFSA as well, and accessing any federal or need-based financial aid. 99% of admitted first-year students receive a merit scholarship, and we also offer many separate application scholarships such as the Honors Program and the Gonzaga Leaders Scholarship. Okay. My screen got shut off, but I hope this gives you a taste of the Gonzaga experience, and I encourage you to reach out with any questions that you have. I'm open for optional interviews all the time. Thank you for being here tonight, and go Zags.
Thank you very much. Again, the reminder that I've been making is that you can ask questions anytime using the Q&A button. Up next now, Pacific Lutheran University.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. So this presentation might sound remarkably similar to Gonzaga. It sounds like we have a lot in common, but my name is Kaylee Sadoff. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I'm a regional admission counselor for PLU, Pacific Lutheran University. We are a private liberal arts school based in Tacoma, Washington. I graduated from PLU about 4 years ago, and I'm actually from Colorado, so I'm very familiar with where a lot of you are at. PLU is located in Tacoma, Washington. I love this map. I didn't know anything about the Pacific Northwest when I first came out here. So we're about an hour south of Seattle, less in a pandemic, and probably 30 to 40 minutes from the SeaTac Seattle-Tacoma Airport. So very easy to get to campus. And there is a direct flight, many direct flights from DIA and from Colorado Springs too. So we're just in a beautiful part of the country with a similar focus on outdoor and adventure, outdoor recreation that we do have here in Colorado. Just an overview of PLU. Our student body is around 3,100 students, about 2,700 undergraduates. Student to faculty ratio is 12:1, and our average class size is 20 students. So it's probably similar to what a lot of you have in high school. That just means that you get to know your professors. If you're looking for graduate programs, that they can write those letters of recommendation. They can help you succeed in the classroom because of the small class sizes. Our student body breakdown, we've got about 38% students of color, so we're starting to look like this world that we live in. And about a third of our students that come to PLU are first generation students. So we have a lot of extra resources and clubs, which I'll touch on later, specifically for those groups of students, but for all of our students. And the average weighted GPA for an incoming student is around a 3.70. We do look at your weighted GPA. Our academic divisions range from all of the things listed here. I won't bore you with listing all of our academic programs, but we do have over 50 majors and over 40 minors, ranging from humanities, so that's where you're going to find religion or languages, natural sciences. We have a great pre-professional health program. So if you're looking to go to medical school or dental school or pharmacy school, they can help you with that process. We have criminal justice, we have music and film and media studies, our School of Business, kinesiology, so pre-physical therapy, pre-athletic training, coaching. We have a stellar nursing program just in the part of the country that most of these schools are located in. There are so many schools and so many hospitals, so it's very easy to get that hands-on experience. And these hospitals, these schools know who we are for our programs. And then we also offer interdisciplinary programs. So because we're a liberal arts school, we recognize that maybe you can't have environmental studies without psychology or without languages. You can't have gender, race, and sexuality studies without also looking at anthropology. And so we offer a lot of interdisciplinary programs as well. We are a Division III school, which means that our scholarships are based on fine arts, merit, and academics. We don't offer any athletic scholarships, but we are a part of the Northwest Conference. We do have 19 varsity sports and then 8 club sports and a whole host of intramural sports ranging from inner tube water polo to IM soccer games. We also have a lot of clubs and a lot of ways to get involved. So we have our academic clubs, such as our pre-law association or biology club. We have cultural clubs, a lot of support clubs for our students, some political clubs, and then just for fun clubs, such as outdoor recreation or our hammocking club, which is the best club in my opinion. We are a huge school when it comes to study away. We say study away because we offer programs in the United States as well as around the world. We've gone to over 80 countries in the last 15 years. You can study away for every single major, and your financial aid directly applies for our semester programs. So our Wong Center for Global Education will sit down with you and help make sure you're going to get credit for your classes. They'll help make sure that you have housing. They give you a monthly meal stipend, and they help you work out the logistics. Personally, I got to spend a semester in Southern Africa, and I just got to show up, build community, and be a student. They helped me plan the pieces that I wouldn't have known how to do myself. So very strong study away programs, and once we can travel again, we're so excited for these to continue. Looking a little bit more at our application, we are on the Common application. It is free to apply. I know October 13th is probably sticking in most of your minds for Colorado Free Application Day. We're free to apply every single day. And we are test optional. So we accept your test scores if you would love to send them. If you rocked the SAT, we'd love to see that. But if you don't want to, it's not even a box we have to check. And we made this decision a few years ago, and so we plan to continue on forever. So we don't require test scores. We are on rolling admission, and that will include your admission decision and your academic scholarship based on your GPA and test scores. So our academic scholarships go up to about $27,000 a year. We also have presidential scholarships, fine arts scholarships, and we work with the Yellow Ribbon. So if any of you are military affiliated, we work with those scholarships also. Most of our students do receive financial aid, and because we are a private school, there's no in or out of state tuition. So we're not a part of WUI, but we still offer the same scholarships to students from Washington and from Colorado. So I think that's all the things that I have. I have my contact info here. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, or you can check on our PLU website also. But thank you all so much.
Kaylee, thank you very much. And again, I will remind everyone to ask questions using the Q&A button. And for any of our representatives, not just whoever's presenting, but if you come up with a question for a specific institution, go ahead and put that in the institution name in your question when you put that into the chat. Next up now, Seattle University.
Great, thank you, Ross. Let me quickly get my PowerPoint going, and then I will go from there. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening, and welcome. My name is Doreen, and I am one of the admissions counselors at Seattle University. You've already learned a lot of great things. Many of the colleges and universities here have to offer, and there's definitely some overlap between all of us, but I think the important thing for all of you to know is that each of the institutions really is a product of its location. So Seattle University is a small to medium-sized urban school right in the city of Seattle. We are about a 20-minute walk to downtown and about a 30-minute drive into the mountains, obviously depending on traffic. We are a Catholic Jesuit institution, just like Gonzaga, and that means that we are committed to a holistic and personalized education, social justice, and community engagement. Those are the three pieces that you are going to experience during your time at SU. You do not have to be religious to attend. I get that question all the time. Actually, about 70% of our students identify as something other than Catholic. And so that just kind of reflects how welcoming our campus is in terms of any kind of religion or spirituality that you might be a part of. We require our students to live on campus for the first 2 years, so housing is guaranteed. After that, many of our students stay within one of the great neighborhoods right around us. If that seems a little overwhelming to you, you can also enter a lottery, and depending on how many other students want to continue living on campus, we are able to accommodate you. Since we have such a central location within the city of Seattle, at SU, you never have to choose between the academic work that you're producing in the classroom or the professional development opportunities that await you. Many of our programs have internships or research opportunities built into the program of study, but there really is no limit on how you can build your resume. So whether that is an internship, like I just mentioned, the research opportunities, community service learning, or just really being engaged on campus. Some of our more popular majors include nursing, biology, computer science, criminal justice, and our pre-major studies. That is our undeclared major, where you are not required to declare for the first 2 years. During that time, you get a chance to explore our U-Course system. Those are our general education classes, and they're all designed to be interdisciplinary. So you're going to have a lot of your general ed classes like English, math, social science, science, but all of them are going to have some kind of twist to them to make sure that you get an additional perspective throughout your learning experience. 100% of our classes are taught by professors, and in combination with our small classroom sizes of about 18 students, you are really able to establish a great relationship with your professors, because ultimately they're going to be a big resource for you during your undergraduate time as well as your future career. So overall, our students want to be in a city, have an engaged and discussion-based classroom experience, and they're eager to get involved on or off campus. A few of our most recent student-led initiatives is the banning of single-use plastic water bottles on our campus, as well as getting our campus leadership to agree to divest from fossil fuels. At SU, you're really able to make a difference in the community and really for yourself and the people around you. We offer 2 admissions deadlines, and both of them are non-binding. And with applying to SU, you're automatically considered for merit aid that usually ranges from $8,000 all the way up to $25,000 for all 4 years. Again, we are also a private institution, so there's no difference between in and out of state. And starting this year, we are actually test optional. We made this decision right before COVID hit, kind of at its worst. And we did not make the decision because of COVID, but this situation has definitely strengthened our stand in making this decision. So test optional for us means that you do not have to submit your test scores to be considered for admission, for scholarship, for all of our direct entry programs, or to be considered for our honors program. So we do practice a holistic review process, and that means that I am the person who reads applications for the state of Colorado, and I will be looking at every piece of material that you submit as part of your application. If you are interested in learning more, if you have specific questions, please put them in the chat. But we also have some virtual events that you can definitely check out on our website. And since I'm the person who will read your application, I'm always happy to connect with my students. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this surprising, fun, maybe even a little, I don't want to say scary, but I will say scary for the lack of a better term, fact that there are over 120 coffee shops within a 1-mile radius of our campus. So I would say Seattle definitely deserves the unofficial title of the US coffee capital, and your late night study sessions are going to be covered.
Thank you very much, Doreen. I will say quickly that the times I've been to Seattle, the first time I went, I was stunned by the fact that I could stand outside one coffee shop. I won't name the corporation, you know it, and I could see 2 other ones within walking distance of where I was. So that was kind of weird. All right, we've had 5 of our 6 institutions present tonight. We will finish up this session with Whitworth University.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Russ. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around, for being here. Thank you so much, for attending the fair and waiting until the end here. So I'm Sean Tyson from Whitworth University up in Spokane, Washington. We're a small private Christian liberal arts university. Our mission here at Whitworth is to provide our diverse student body an education of mind and heart. So making really great scholars, but also really great citizens who can go out and make a big impact on the world after they leave Whitworth. So a little bit about our students. So we're just over 2,300 students here in undergrad at Whitworth. What all these numbers translate to is a small, intimate classroom experience with your peers and professors and everybody academically here at Whitworth. A good example of that is Dine with the Mind. It's a program we have in place, so you can go get a free drink at the coffee shop with the professor. And of course, the point isn't to save you $3.50. The point is to really encourage relationships and help build those relationships through your time here at Whitworth, so you can get help in the classroom, out of the classroom, and as you even go beyond your time here at Whitworth. We want you to be successful. That's really important to us. So retaining students and graduating you on time in 4 years, which 97% of our students do. So we're really proud of that. And then 95% of students within 6 to 9 months of graduation are in some sort of job and or internship or service after they leave Whitworth. A recent example, Ryan Dreesen, he was still a student actually when he got a horn position for the Spokane Symphony here in Whitworth, and he was a music student. So we were really proud of him. So that was like a pre-graduation result, which was amazing. But so many student stories, wish we had more time to go into them. A bit about our incoming class. I just put these up here so you can see that we do weight GPAs, and then we do super score test scores. If you don't have those GPAs, those test scores, that's okay. Like a lot of schools on here, we do holistic reviews. So if you have grades that are below this, but you're still interested in looking into Whitworth, I definitely encourage you to do so. Majors and programs. We have a lot. We're a liberal arts university, so humanities, STEM, and everything in between. We've got it, over 100 majors, minors, and programs. I've highlighted and read the programs that are most popular here on campus, but don't confuse popular with like best. I think they're all really great. I was a theology major here at Whitworth, really small program, but really, really strong program as well. So no matter what you get, you're gonna do well. And no direct entry programs here at Whitworth. You get to raise your hand and go into those majors. And then of course supplementing your in-class experience with experiences outside of the classroom, studying abroad and away, and everything you see here on the screen to really help prepare you for what's next. And college should be fun, and it is fun. And here are some ways that our students get involved: living on campus, which is required for your first 2 years, student clubs, NCAA Division III athletics and intramurals, and art, music, and theater. So a lot of opportunities to get involved. Wish we could go in more. Campus ministry, I mentioned that we're a Christian school. Honor God, follow Christ, serve humanity is in our mission statement. But I think a student tour guide put it best when they said it's an invitation, not an obligation. So you're not required to be a Christian to go to Whitworth, but we do obviously invite students to really dive into faith, whatever that looks like for them. But again, not required to be a Christian to go to Whitworth. Gonzaga and Eastern did a great job at talking about Spokane. I love it here in Spokane. You can see some stats there. 4 seasons, obviously key for students coming from Colorado to know that there's going to be 4 seasons up here. And if you're curious about visiting, please do whitworth.edu/visit. We give money to admitted students to come visit. So you can see there, apply. It's free to apply. We'll talk about that. And then we will basically pay for your plane ticket to get up to Spokane and see our campus. So look into that, take advantage of that. It's free to apply, Whitworth app or Common App, you pick. We don't have a preference. We're test optional. We have been for 13 years, so it wasn't any other reasons in the recent past that made us go test optional. We've always been this way. So that and the recommendation are optional as well. We'll get you a decision within 3 weeks. And then our deadlines you can see up on this screen, but I would say November 15th for students who apply by then and do their FAFSA by then. We will get back to you with a financial aid offer early, starting in mid to late January. Financial aid, all in all, we just want to make it possible for families across the socioeconomic board to be able to go to a private school like Whitworth. We know sticker price can be high for a lot of private schools, but we want to show that we can make it possible for you to go here. And the way we do that is 100% of first-year students receive financial aid, average scholarships and grants, almost $35,000 for our incoming first-year students, and ranked number 3 in the West as far as value by U.S. News and World Report. Here are some scholarships. You can see more at whitworth.edu/scholarships, but everyone gets a university scholarship. Everyone gets the on-campus housing grant that goes towards tuition for living on campus. And then if you come visit, we'll actually give you a one-time $1,000 visit scholarship if you enroll. Other talent and participation scholarships you can qualify for, and some of those in music in particular if you're not a major. And then also if you're admitted with honors, we do have a full tuition honors scholarship weekend. There's 2 that you get to choose from, and those are February, March. So follow us on all social media. We're out there, so definitely follow us. And then if you have questions or want more information, I would love to chat. I am your admissions counselor for everybody from the state of Colorado. Tyson at whitworth.edu. You can see my phone number there. But yes, throw some questions in the Q&A before we're done today. And thanks so much.
Sean, thank you very much. And the Q&A is still open. If there are any quick questions before we leave, I will go ahead and share a final slide here and talk about the fact that when you close this window and leave this presentation and this session, you'll see a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide by filling that out. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional sessions at the same place you signed up for this one. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings again at the same website where you signed up. We have a couple minutes left, so if anything gets in the Q&A, we'll give the representatives a chance to answer through the Q&A chat, or if there's a general question about college life in general that comes up in the next 2 or 3 minutes that we can answer, we can do that. Otherwise, again, thank you for attending tonight, and thank you to all of our institutions and the representatives for presenting this evening. I think we've run out of questions and answers, so I'm going to end the session now. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a good evening.